Hello everyone, this is Godzilla Wolf 1, and I'm back with another episode of LEGO Marvel Superheroes, and you're probably justifiably wondering why this episode took so long to come into existence, and the reason for that is, I recorded this episode, the sound did not record for some reason, and then the game just refused to start at all. It just wouldn't activate. So, essentially, what I ended up having to do was figure out why it wouldn't activate. I still don't really know why, but, what you gonna do? And I managed to get the game started again, but that's still up the matter of an entire episode that did not have sound. So, essentially, I had to replay the episode I already did, and thus we are here. So, I hope you guys will enjoy this episode. I'm very, very sorry it took so long. Let us continue. This part we might have seen last time if we did. No, I don't think we did.
All the cosmic bricks I can get my hands on.
I think I just stopped at this after the Sandman boss.
Progress faster.
This is what I've been reduced to, relying on such pitiful mortal creatures for my plans. Though he does have a cool throne and a metal face.
He does have a point. Dr. Doom does indeed have a cool throne and a cool metal face. Okay.
Director Fury.
Of course, depending on the continuity, whether the face is actually metal or the face is something is just a mask.
Any breakthroughs on that cosmic brick I sent you?
Actually, I could use some help. Is Tony Stark around?
He's working on something else. I have another Avenger here.
I'm actually the first Avenger, sir.
Do you have much experience with theoretical quantum mechanics and exotic nano-derived power sources?
I got an A+ in American history.
Director Fury, we have confirmation that more of those bricks hit the open ocean.
Hill, get me a SHIELD research sub to gather those cosmic bricks. I want some answers. Cat, you head to the Baxter building with Reed Richards and help out the best you can.
Yeah, I
sell some war
but
Hill, another important
okay
thing.
then.
Lunch. Order in some shawarma. Stark knows the spot.
I like that reference. The funny story about that particular reference is if you've actually seen like the director commentary and stuff, the whole shawarma thing was just ad-libbed by Iron Man's voice, by Iron Man's actor. And they were just like, we're filming here, so let's just make a scene out of it. At least that's what I remember happening. I'm pretty sure, though, that was completely ad-libbed, and they were like, that's a good way to, end it on.
Cosmic bricks as you can find.
That's one thing I do like about the Marvel movies. Okay, here we can switch to whatever characters we've already unlocked. And, add in... Well, no, it's adding those guys in. That just shows in holographic guide. But let's look around this SHIELD heli character. This game looks really, really good. Like, this game does look really fantastic. And that's something that actually impresses me with it because I don't... Okay, I fell down here. That's something that actually really impresses me because my computer is not all that good. But this game runs fairly smoothly except when it decides to freak out and not start for reasons I still don't understand. Like, seriously, I have absolutely no idea why why it just wouldn't start. Like, the game would kind of start, but then just everything just would not actually do anything. It just was like, hey, we're going to stay on this black screen with all the sound in the background. What's this do? Okay, that's probably going to be something I need to keep an eye on later. Okay, let's continue the level. I honestly do not actually remember, though, what happened last time, so we're kind of in an area... it's been so long that I literally don't remember what happened, so... So I should be relatively surprised by whatever we come across.
Looks like there's something going on down there.
Uh-oh. Looks like the Fantastic Four fan club's in town.
Tricky landing in the middle of that crowd.
You're right. Aim for the park across the street.
Yeah, of course they could have resolved all of that just by, you know, landing maybe a few, like not doing a jump out of an airplane. Okay, let's see. Is there anything in here? I can't remember. Well, I can destroy this food cart and get the studs out of it, which is nice, but if I'm not mistaken, I think we're actually now in the hub world of the game. And I do realize that there's probably a way I could have just replayed the level, but we would have missed that starting point and all that, like the cutscene before it, so it's probably for the best that I didn't. Okay, let's see here. What can we do? Okay, we can build something here. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember parts of this, but I don't remember what this does. Yeah, and again, I'm really, really sorry about all of that. Like, I'm really sorry about the wait, because I know people actually really liked the first episode, and I wanted to do it, you know, as a weekly thing, but then all that stuff happened.
We are live outside the Baxter Building, headquarters of the beloved Manhattan hero group, the Fantastic Four. There appears to have been some sort of break-in. Witnesses at the scene heard what they thought to be a crash coming from the rooftop.
Oh, that's not good.
Have just taken a tumble in the shower? Or is something more sinister afoot for Reed Richards and his cohorts? Stay tuned for more details as they develop.
Yeah, that is something I remember. I love how they use Mr. Fantastic's powers, because... Okay. And thankfully it's been so long since then that I really don't think it's that big of an issue, but I do, again, feel really sorry about that. But let's continue.
You should be able to glide across here.
And this game is really, really fun. Like, it's just, like, Lego in general manages to be really fun. Also, if you heard that in the background, ignore it. That was just something going off that I'll have to deal with eventually, but not right now. But, like, that's one thing I love. I kind of hope that Marvel will let them do, like, a Lego Marvel movie, because that would be, like, using Marvel characters in the Lego movie. Oh, that's not a good sign.
Another system on the blink? No, it's working just fine. Unfortunately. I'd like to know exactly who's using it.
Okay, death beams. Always send the thing at the glowy spot. That typically resolves everything in a video game. You know, if I ever became a video game villain, that, like, I could probably just make myself, like, make the strongest part of my armor glow the best, so people wouldn't realize that that's not my weak spot. Like, that seems like a good idea if you're a video game villain, is just make your make the part of your body you want to get hit the most, the part that it looks like the obvious weak spot. But no one ever thinks to really do that, do they? And 9 times out of 10, the reason it glows is because there are actual reasons that it would glow, like it's a power source, so they kind of can't help it.
Dr. Doom, it's Dr. Octopus. I found it.
Ah, good old Doc Ock. I do like how they do his tentacles here. It's always amusing to see how a Lego game will make certain things. Okay, might be getting a little bit of lag in some places, but overall this game's actually running pretty smooth.
Creatures. Give it up, Octavius. It won't be a stretch to defeat you.
I also do find Lego games are just really good relaxation games because You know, like you have infinite lives, so there's really no.
Dr. Octopus.
There's really no consequences to losing. Can I hit him? No, but I can do that, and it looks cool. I do like how they render Mr. Fantastic in this game. Like all the things that they let him be able to do. But that's the thing that's always so great about LEGO games, well, LEGO anything for that matter, is just seeing how they do all this stuff. And one thing I always do appreciate with the LEGO movies, if you've seen like the behind the scenes stuff. What's this? Like if you see the behind the scenes sort of stuff in LEGO movies. For the LEGO movies. Okay, what do I do here? Oh, okay, I get what it is now. You see, like, they have to build everything out of LEGO ahead of time. Like, this all has to be constructible in out of actual LEGOs, and that's one thing that I have always really liked about this stuff, is a lot of this, if you had enough LEGO bricks, you could probably just make this.
Heading for the roof. Let's get after him, Cap.
Oh, okay, that's a cool feature that I can do. Okay, well. But, yeah, like, if you had enough LEGO bricks, you could probably legitimately build this. And that's always a cool thing. Okay, what's through here? Nothing? Okay, so apparently that was just for some studs. But yeah, if you if you watch the Lego Batman movie, for example, like all of Gotham City, if you had enough Lego bricks, you could legitimately make that. And that is kind of cool. And it's just one of those things that always amazes me.
You should be able to pull handles like that if you can attach something to it.
Let's see what this is, because I'm pretty sure there's something up here that I just couldn't get with Cap. No, there's not. Okay. Alright then. And that's just an amazing thing to me, is just looking at something and be like, okay, if I were to somehow get that many bricks, I could legitimately own that in real life. And that's just kind of a cool feature. So it makes it, I do also find it kind of interesting that in this universe they were like, you know, let's make, you know, we're going to have Cap shield be a lock for all these different things. Like, it makes sense because Cap's shield's a one-of-a-kind thing, but it kind of makes you wonder. I accidentally switched to Cap there for a second. Okay. And another thing that makes the LEGO games really nice, like relaxation games, is a lot of the times they're basically just beat-em-ups. Like, that's really all they are a lot of the time, is just a beat-em-up game, which there's something cathartic about beat-em-ups. Like, there's always, like, there's something sort of primal and cathartic about a good old beat-em-up game. Okay. And I've never really met, well, I was gonna say, I never really met a,
This the quickest way to the roof.
never really met a Lego game that was frustrating, but, you don't really meet those, do you? You know, I've never played a, Lego game that frustrated me. Times Square off. That's an interesting pun.
There he is. Maybe we should think about this.
No
Okay, there's
time.
a
He gets away with those
checkpoint.
pieces now. We might never get them back.
Okay, there's obviously something I'm missing there. Okay, I see what I need to, what's missing here. So we need to find another way around, which probably involves Mr. Fantastic.
Dr. Octopus is getting away!
Okay, I can save.
You'll need to glide across that gap to catch up with him.
Okay. But yeah, it's just always so cathartic to just beat the crap out of a bunch of enemies. What happened there? Okay, there's something I need to do with those, apparently. So if I see those, I want to just slam them shut. That makes sense. Okay, I see what I'm doing here. Again, well, I've technically gotten through this before in the, that was so long ago, I don't remember most of it. No. Okay, there we go. So that's why Cap just fell to his doom before, because he's trying to jump on something that doesn't exist. Jameson is running for mayor of New York. I mean, to be fair, he probably wouldn't be the worst mayor ever.
Something that would fit in that?
Also, I just love the Lego aesthetic of you can just take anything, the blocks making up anything else. Like, you can just take the blocks composing literally anything and make them into something else. Like, that's something that the Lego movies do really well, is like, oh, you're a master builder, you can like take this car and rebuild it into like some bat mech or something if you're Batman. And I always love that because it's always such an interesting idea. Okay, so where do I go here? Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, I like the transformations they give Mr. Fantastic because they're creative. And that's one thing you can always give the Lego games, is that they're going to be creative. Like, that's just a given with Lego, is if Lego is done right, it's extremely creative, extremely fun, and extremely interesting.
What's the plan?
Wherever he goes, we follow.
Okay, so, yeah. Oh! And I like the idea of using those pipes for Doc Ock's tentacle arms.
box.
Okay, we somehow knocked something into that, which happened. Okay, we don't have someone like that, and there's a lot of replay value. Okay, you had a bit of a lag spike there. But in general, this game is playing pretty dang well on my computer, which I do appreciate for how good it looks. Okay, knock you down. Okay, there's a thing up there, but I can't really reach it. Okay. I mean, I think that, it kind of does look a little less like Lego bricky outside, but I get the feeling that, you know, if you had the right cover pieces, you could make a lot of this. Okay. And yeah, it's just a beat 'em up, and I like beat 'em ups.
Let's go get him.
Okay, continuing on. Okay, so that's one thing, but let's see what's over here first. Oh. Okay, so that's how he gets up here. Okay, so Cap needs to get up here the other way. Yeah, I wonder if in the LEGO universe vandalism is like a major issue, because, you know, it's like everything can be rebuilt into anything else, so that kind of makes you wonder about things. Okay. So, then again, I guess any vandalism in their world's a lot easier to fix than it is in ours. Okay, let's see over here. Yeah, it's also the last part. Oh, that gives me one of these things. Which I honestly forget what it's called. Okay, so clearly I'm missing something here. Seeing if I could smash stuff and make something here, but it doesn't look like I can. Okay, so... Again, I've done this level before, I just forget how to do it. I just forget what's supposed to happen. Oh, do it right here. Okay, so we've got the flower thing done, which is always good to get. And now he can come through. And there we go. Okay.
Careful, Dr. Richards. It's a long way down.
Yes, yes it is. And I do like the Octobots designs. The Octobots have a cool design. Daily Bugle, he's sitting on the bugle. Okay, so I'm clearly needing to build something here to help Cav get across. There we go. Okay, let's continue now. Shield to your face!
Climbing down, we can't reach him from here.
Okay, and sorry Jameson, we're gonna have to break your bugle here. Okay.
What are you doing?
Okay, that's just fun.
Parker, do your job. I want some play for bugle stories on the net thing or interface.
Yes, sir. Netface.
You understand the web, don't you?
The web? Yeah, it's a job and a hobby.
Okay, I like that interaction there.
Doc Octopus? You're a real doctor, right? Because I have a pain right here, and it goes down there. Ooh, if I bend over there, then wow.
Your cheap health plan doesn't cover office visits.
You know, he's probably right. Well, okay. But the thing is, Jameson actually does care for his employees.
Parker! I need some footage of this for the website. How hard could it be? I mean, this time the news is coming to us.
You could record it with your smartphone, JJ, if you could figure out how to turn it on.
But yeah, Jameson actually does tend to care for his employees a bit. Like, there was that one time that in the Raimi Spider-Man movies where Green Goblin is threatening Jameson and Jameson doesn't give up where Parker's name to protect him. Even though the Goblin is probably was probably intending to kill him if he didn't give it up. Okay, we've been recording for a while now, so I think I'm going to end this at the next save point, which is right
You
here.
happen to be close by, Spider-Man. Doc Ock's stolen some important materials.
Okay, we are going to end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye. I still don't have a catchphrase.